Hello and welcome to the DSU Sports Update. I'm Ben Bullock and joining me today is head football coach here at DSU, Kermit Blount. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Now, you guys began the season with 4 straight road games. 3 of them coming against some top-tier teams in UD, Towson, and North Dakota State. What did you learn from your team during that stretch which ended with a win at Valley State to open up MEAC play?
I think one of the things that was important for us is having the opportunity to play that kind of competition. And anytime you step out and you play the 3 of the top 10 teams in the country, certainly helps your football team grow. I think our guys grew up a lot. I think our young guys had the opportunity to play some of the best competition in the country, and I think it helped us, and I think it's going to help us down the stretch.
Okay, cool. Now, to open up your home schedule, you guys played number 20, I believe number 21 at the time, Bethune-Cookman. You guys ended up losing 21-7. The turnovers were the difference in the game. So what did you say after your team afterwards?
Well, the one thing that we can't do is turn the football over, and that's what we talk about every week with our team. And certainly the turnovers did hurt us, but at the same time, we still had opportunities to win the game. I think we were inside the 30-yard line a few times where we came away with no points. And anytime you have the opportunity to get that deep in the opponent's territory, you have to come away with points. And we didn't come away with points on several drives. And I thought the key thing in that ball game was that I think we had a turnover, a 3rd and 13 or something like that, a 3rd and 30, and we gave it up, and we can't do that. And then that was a big play for us.
Okay, now despite the loss, you guys came back from homecoming the following week with a tough 14-7 win over Norfolk State. You guys played some really good defense, offense, changed it up a little bit by running the football a lot. What was your message going to the team going into that football game?
The same thing. We just had to play hard, and I think the first message that we wanted to give our team was we hadn't played a complete ball game in those first 5 or 6 games, or first 5 games, and we needed to put together a complete ball game. And Norfolk Saturday at homecoming, I didn't think we didn't play very well the first half, but we came back out in the second half and completed the ball game. We need to put 4 quarters together and put a complete ball game together to get us a really astonishing win.
Okay, now from an offensive standpoint, what does Corey Murphy and the rest of the offensive unit have to do to be consistently efficient for the rest of the way?
We can't turn the football over, and we can't make crucial mistakes. We can't shoot ourselves in the foot. We turned the ball over, I think, once, maybe once on Saturday with an interception, but we can't afford to do that. We're not good enough to turn the football over and then overcome that, especially with a young football team. And we're talking about playing 3 freshmen up front on the offensive line. We can't afford to turn the ball over and give the other team opportunities and put our defense in a bad position.
Okay, now what about the defensive side of the ball? Who's picked up the play lately? You finally got some turnovers last game and be able to rack up some sacks too.
Well, I tell you, we felt that group was our strongest part of the team. That was our strongest segment, and I think they're finally coming around. We just happen to run into 3 or 4 solid football teams in UD and of course Towson, which you mentioned, and then North Dakota State, and then back home for Bethune. Those were 4 talented football teams. We weren't at that point yet. I think we're getting there, and defensively, I think we're starting to come around, and I think we're really starting to put it all together. And then the guys are running to the football a lot better. And when you run to the football like that, and you get that many guys running to the ball, sooner or later you're going to force turnovers.
Okay, now looking ahead, you guys have 2 big road games coming up. The first one is at North Carolina A&T, followed by Hampton. What are your thoughts going into those 2 games?
Well, I'm really not worried about Hampton right now. The only game we're worried about is North Carolina A&T. That's going to be a tough task to go into Greensboro in the Aggie Stadium and get a win. Very familiar with that territory in Greensboro. And, Coach Broadway's going to have them ready to play. And, all week people have been asking. They're coming off of a 2-game lose streak. But, it means absolutely nothing at all on Saturday when you strap up. He's going to have his team ready to play. They're playing at home. So they'll be ready to go, and we just have to match their intensity plus some more.
Okay, now last question, Coach. You guys have a very young team. Talk about your seniors, what type of leadership they brought to the table this season.
I thought those guys, I think those guys are doing a really, really good job when you look at Brandon Cunningham and Ernest Adjai and even Joe Boyd. Those guys have stepped up, and they're guiding it and paving the way for our young guys. And you know, we couldn't ask for anything better. Corey Murphy has stepped his game up as a senior. He's having a chance to shine a little bit. You know, so I'm real pleased right now with their leadership and the way that they come out with their work ethic. Every day, Tuesday through Friday, their work ethic is great. And that's what it takes for a team to succeed and to get better. And I think it has rubbed off on their younger guys. And I think our juniors are starting to understand that, you know what, I got to take the leadership role to get ready for the 2014 season.
Okay, all right, Coach. Well, that'll do it for the DSU Sports Update. I'm Ben Bullock. This is Coach Kermit Blount. See you next time.